Hi guys, this is McCosh. I am someone that likes to art journal. In fact, I teach it here at my store. I like to travel and take my art journal with me. I, for instance, go to Starbucks on a Monday and I send out emails. I'm working there, but I like to art journal when I take a break. When you go to a park or you go to Barnes and Noble and hang out, or even on an airplane. So I take my supplies with me. When I travel, I take a small art journal, and I keep it inside my traveler's notebook. I also take pencils, pens, I've got paint, I've got gesso, you've got some adhesives in here, some small scissors. But what about your collage materials? I like to use collage materials in my work. So last year, I think it was like March or April, I actually taught a class here where I came up with this concept for a journal that you can just use for collage pieces. You rip the entire journal or cut it out, and you can just use these bits and pieces in your art journal. So I could now glue this in or cut it out and do something with it. So the whole journal here is made to be ripped up. I've got a craft colored cover because I like that craft color. I've got all kinds of book paper, stamps, little bits and pieces. I've got washi tape. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a quick speeded up or sped up video on how to put this book together. I've used papers that I've made with my jelly plate or with my brayer, anything I think I might find useful. Here's a National Geographic Citrusolve page. This is kind of cool to use. Anyway, so now I have something very compact, and it actually fits into my traveler's journal. So as you can see, just open it up, put it in. The whole thing is very compact. I've got it here. I've got my 2 pencil cases, and I'm ready to go. All right, stay tuned. I'll show you how I put it together. Okay, we're just going to fold a bunch of papers. I like to get a nice strong crease down the side. So here you have cardstock. I have some copy paper. This is some craft cardstock, which is actually going to be the cover for my book. Of course, book paper. That is an old brayer and part jelly plate of printed paper. That was an underpaper for my table. I love to do that, keep architectural papers on my work surface, and all the paint gets on there. I love to use them. As you can see, some music paper. That's a nautical map. I love to use map paper. Again, this is another jelly print, but on black paper this time. That one is a National Geographic Citrusolve paper. And I just add various papers here and there. That one comes from an old planner. Got a bingo card. Just all the kinds of ephemera and bits and pieces of collage paper that you can use. And then I stack them all together to make a book. I'll let you just watch that as I stack them together. Okay, I have a long reach stapler, so I'm going to staple all those papers together in a couple of different spots just to hold them together. And you can see I have some trouble with my stapler in a minute, but hey, I get over that, staple them. Now I'm going to cut my booklet down to a standard traveler's notebook size, and I'm using a stack cutter. I'm lucky enough to have one of those, and it makes a good job of cutting nicely. I keep these journals actually in my traveler's notebook so that it's along with my art journal, and I always have collage to go. There you go, just a quick flip through to show you what the journal looks like. And those blank pieces of cardstock and blank pieces of paper are in there for a reason. As you can see, I'm about to do some stamping on some of those white pages. So I put my little board behind it to make my stamp easier. and I stamp some images. These I can use to cut out and add to my journals, or I can just rip them out, and I can color them with whatever coloring medium I have when I'm on the road. So I also like to attach to the cardstock papers using temporary adhesive other bits and pieces that you'll see me do in just a second. Alright, so using the temporary adhesive, I will add some postage stamps in there, which I like to use. You can add washi tape on here. If you'd like, you could actually put an acetate page in there and put all kinds of washi tape strips on. But here I'm just using postage stamps. And I will have some scraps of paper I can also attach to the cardstock. But for now, I'm adding a pocket, and I'm actually doing it in black for a reason, because the whole book is meant to be ripped up. And now I have some black cardstock in there as well. So I just added a little pocket glued on 3 sides, and I've got some mini stencils that I'm just going to add in the pocket, so I've got those with me, and then I'll add some paper scraps. But this whole journal is meant to be destroyed, so if I need a bit of book paper and I'm out, I've got book paper with me. I've got all kinds of collage, little bits and pieces I can cut out. It's a great way. You can actually do them themed. I've got some that are just ocean themed, so I've got mermaids and shells and fish in it. And all my papers are kind of blue and green. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up or subscribe. I now know how to edit videos, so I will actually be doing some art journaling classes online. So see you soon. Bye.